WCIA 3 forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
It looks like spring on our weather camera network out there, but it doesn't feel that way. Temperature is very chilly out there. We're in the 40s with the feels like temperatures down into the 30s out here. Currently, you can see that much cooler air mass filled in across much of the Great Lakes region. Some 50s and 60s, though, out to our west. We'll head there soon. Not over the next few days, though. It'll take till the weekend before we get back there. It's even been cold enough for some lake-effect snow showers in parts of Indiana, Ohio, and points to the east. We don't have to worry about that as of now. We will see temperatures drop, though, very quickly. In fact, tonight we're heading into the low 20s, even upper teens out there. We'll talk about when the warm weather returns, though, coming up as WCIA 3 News at 6 starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
I'm just concerned that the second shot might not work for me.
That's because she'll be late getting it. What health experts say about delayed doses.
Just know our thoughts and prayers are with you at this sad time.
It was a show of solidarity, how friends and family said goodbye to Trooper Todd Hannikin. A teenager crashed on his way to soccer practice. What's needed to help on a long road to recovery.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
You should try to have at least the minimum period between the two vaccines.
A woman in Springfield says she wasn't able to make that happen, and now she's concerned about what this means for her health. Good evening, I'm Paul Chikine.
And I'm Jessica Coons in for Jennifer. Once you've had the first dose of Moderna or Pfizer, you have a few weeks before you need to get the second. Champaign-Urbana Public Health has some advice for people who are struggling to complete both shots. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is with us now. So Jamie, what stopped this woman in Springfield from completing both of those?
Right, she's been in and out of the hospital, but she's hoping to get her second shot soon. 3 vaccines are FDA approved for emergency use. But what happens if an emergency keeps you from getting your second dose on time?
When you do have an illness like this, you need to ask questions.
MARGO Leander has been in the hospital for kidney issues and infection. She was supposed to get her second shot on March 17th.
But with me being discharged the day before, I didn't feel comfortable going out amongst people to get my second shot.
After having a relapse, she ended up back in the hospital and still hasn't had her second shot.
I won't be going anywhere. I won't be doing any partying or anything. I'm just concerned.
But the deputy administrator and epidemiologist for Champaign-Urbana Public Health District says people have some wiggle room.
Try to get your vaccine on the day or, close to when your due date is, so that you don't miss your schedule. But we understand there are medical emergencies. Even if you wait longer, it is not going to make a huge difference in the effectiveness or the efficacy of the vaccine. We do know that even one dose of the Pfizer and Moderna gives you 90% protection. And after the second dose, it gets to 94, 95%, which acts more like a booster. So even if you are delayed by a few days or a few weeks, it's going to be okay.
Leander says she will eventually be able to finish what she started.
What I've been through the last few weeks with this other stuff, I have a feeling this is a piece of cake.
Leander says she was released from the hospital today. She's planning to get her second shot this month. Back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much. Now, the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District says if travel or something similar is keeping you from getting your second dose in Illinois, you can get it in a different state. Also, if you have an emergency at the last minute, let someone at the clinic or pharmacy know, and you may be able to reschedule your appointment. The state's positivity rate continues to climb. It's now at 4%. There are more than 3,500 new cases across Illinois. Another 25 people have died. More than 116,000 people got a vaccine in the past 24 hours, and the state's 7-day rolling average is 109,000. Almost 6 million across Illinois have now gotten a shot.
People are celebrating the life of fallen State Trooper Todd Hannikin today. He died in a one-car crash in Bonneville last week. WCIA 3's Karina Rubio was in Mount Zion for the funeral service.
A husband, father, brother, son, and friend to many. The people who knew him say Trooper Todd Hannikin was a true hero.
This is obviously an unexpected loss, but the Illinois State Police are a resilient organization, resilient people. It's a strong agency, strong department, and we will get through this.
The impact of his passing brought hundreds of people to his funeral in Mount Zion. Hannikin was a second-generation trooper. His family says a life of service to others was his lifelong goal. First responders did a special walkthrough to pay their respects. People across central Illinois are feeling this loss, especially the Hannikin family, but they weren't alone on their most difficult day. People in town lined the sidewalks to show their support as hundreds of cars followed one after the other in procession to the cemetery. They came from all over, troopers from across the state and even Missouri, and police officers from as far as Chicago Heights.
It's important for them to know the honor and respect that needs to be shown to our troopers and policemen because of what they do. These kids sleep safe at night in their beds because of what these men and women do. Jerry and Vicky, Shelley and family, just know our thoughts and prayers are with you at this sad time.
In Mount Zion, Karina Rubio, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Trooper Hannikin leaves behind his wife and 2 sons, along with many loved ones, including his father, who is a retired state trooper. A family is searching for the person who helped their mom after a car crash last night. Happened near North Neal and Town Center Boulevard in Champaign. 3 cars crashed, 1 landed upside down. The driver of that car was taken to the hospital. And now that driver, that woman's daughter, wants to thank the woman who stopped and helped before first responders arrived.
Another car accident has put a teenager in the hospital. He was on his way to soccer practice, but everything changed in an instant. 17-year-old Xander Mitchell had to be airlifted to a Springfield hospital on Tuesday. Now his family and teammates are raising money to help pay the medical bills. WCIA 3's Jared Farmer is live in the newsroom. Jared, you spoke with Xander's family. How's he doing?
Jessica, I talked to his aunt, Christy Rodriguez. She told me the Maroa Forsyth Jr. is in stable condition. The Macon County Sheriff's Office says he totaled his car after he hit a utility pole around Illini Wick and Bearsdale Road. Mitchell has broken bones all over his body and can't even walk at the moment. Rodriguez says his parents have taken off work so that they can be with their son.
I think it's important for people to know that everybody's asking what they can do now, but this is going to be a very long road for Xander and his family, so continued support throughout the whole process is appreciated.
Rodriguez, his soccer coach, and other parents have already started collecting donations for his surgeries. So far, his family has raised about $2,500 out of their $10,000 goal. If you would like to learn more about how you can donate as well as hear from his soccer coach, check out our website at WCIA.com. Jessica, back
All
to
right,
you.
Jared, thank you. If you're driving around Champaign County, you might see some blue pinwheels. It's for CASA's Pinwheel Project. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. Each pinwheel represents a victim of child abuse or neglect in the county. You can donate online to sponsor a pinwheel, and all the money raised will go to child abuse prevention.
He was projected to be one of the top players on the Illini next season, who surprised many by putting his name in the transfer portal today.
Also tonight.
Baseball's back. Woo, let's go, baby!
Opening day is finally here, and there's not only baseball, but some fans are back in the ballpark.
Jacob, all things considered, not a bad day for it.
No, really not. I think we saw Kevin. Is that right?
Somewhere there.
Yeah, it's either that or he didn't trust you guys on April Fool's Day and had me come in.
I didn't trust him. I'm glad he's not here.
We've got some nice weather ahead here. Things are going to warm up. It'll take just a little bit of time, though. We're cold today. We'll be cold again tonight and into the first half of tomorrow. But by the weekend, we're back into the 60s and 70s, staying dry until the middle part of next week when thunderstorms return. I'll have the details for you coming up after this.